Hey guys, Stevie Mac from StevieMacDesigns.com checking back in with you for the second part of our basic HTML tutorial. First thing we're going to do is take a look at some basic HTML tags and how they work. And as a matter of fact, this little document that we've been looking at for our tutorial here is something that I generated on a really cool little tool that they have over here at w3schools.com, and it basically is a little HTML generator. So if you want to, we'll come over to this side and you'll see actually how I generated the text that we were looking at and working from in the previous tutorial. I'm not going to get into it too much because I do want to backtrack and just start at the very beginning, but I want to give you a notion that you see this HTML open tag. Remember, an open tag just says the stuff inside of my set of tags is described as this, and HTML is a recognized statement, which means, of course, hypertext markup language. Alright, then of course you have to start your body text. So this is the body tag opening, and if we look at the bottom, we see our body tag closes, so everything between these two tags is the body, and then you see after that the HTML tag closes, so then everything between the HTML tags is in the HTML language, if you get how this is working. And that in a nutshell is kind of the style or the way that these tags work in association with one another. If you look once again, and I'm gonna actually take I'm gonna take some of this out just to make it so that we can see the start and end tag in one sort of screenshot, make it a little simpler. But so, and I'm going to click this and see how now it indicates this is what a web browser would see from this HTML document. Cool little tool. You should check it out. You should use it and even test your HTML on there. You'll see my open and close the HTML tag saying everything inside of me is HTML. Then of course my body tag opens and closes, and that says, alright, inside of the HTML tag now I've got this body area, and that's a recognized keyword or tag in HTML language is body, and that means the body of everything lives between these two tags. And then you'll see the next tag I've got is an H1 tag that stands for heading 1. H1 tag is the largest default heading tag in HTML language, so you see everything contained inside of this H1 tag is showing up in this H1 style over here, if you're following me. Then you see the next ones. We've got LI tag, which stands for list item, and a list item tag basically says these things are in a list. So these are items in the same list. So then you see that in the regular HTML call, the list item is going to show up with a bullet point in front of it, and it will be sort of knocked over a couple space breaks here so it looks like a list. And then you see I have another H1 tag down here, so to give you an idea, if I change this to H2 and I have a closed H2 tag, now you see how this has gotten smaller. So in a nutshell, you're kind of seeing the basics of how the tags work and associate to one another in HTML. And in the next tutorial, we're going to talk about what types of tags that there are for HTML. So thanks once again, Stevie Mac from StevieMacDesigns.com. Keep tuning in for more tutorials.